All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get started here in about a little over 10 minutes. We'll get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get started here in about 10 minutes. See if we can share this, share sound. All right, we got about 7 minutes. 7 minutes, we'll get started. Appreciate everyone for being on. It's not too late to get your guests on. What we're talking about here today is passive income, do nothing income, no skills required. That's what we're all about. We're all about making money while we sleep, bottom line. All right, so go ahead and take a few minutes. Make sure you have something to write on for your notes. And also invite anybody you like that would like to make money while they sleep. Warren Buffett said that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. So let's go ahead and make money while we sleep, shall we? All right, we'll get started here in about 6 minutes. Live Zoom on a Saturday. We got a lot of things going on around in our lives and everything, so I do appreciate you for being here. And I won't waste your time. It's going to be a very, very short presentation because what we have is so simple and fun. So we'll get started here in about 6 or 7 minutes here. 5 or 6 minutes, I should say. Hang tight. This is going to be worth your time. You want to make money while you sleep. This is a presentation for you. No selling involved, no skills required, really no time at all. Nothing. It's just incredible what we've developed here. So I hope you'll, pretty sure hopefully everybody's been hearing me. My microphone was moved a little bit. Let's see if my microphone is picking up here. Yeah, so anyway, hopefully you can hear me, and we'll get started here in about 5 minutes. Just giving everybody a chance to get on. We'll get started in 5 minutes. So please, if you are able to, please invite your friends, your family, your business partners, anybody that you would like to share the opportunity to make money while we sleep. I would appreciate it. And you will too once you get started. All right, so we're going to get started here shortly. Appreciate your time. close to go time. This is the opportunity for you to get somebody on the phone that you respect, that you would like to bless and help, because this is an opportunity that helps everyone. It's a win-win-win situation for everybody involved. All right, we get to bless others and bless ourselves at the same time, which is awesome. All right, so we're going to get started here in about 3 minutes. I hope you have something to write on. Make sure you have something to drink. It's not going to take long. I think this presentation is probably going to last about 25 minutes, okay? So not long at all, because what we have is simple. All right, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Inspirational video here. Hopefully you're seeing that, and also the music. I like this. You know, this is empowering. It gets our juices flowing for those that are thinking about what they want to do. You know, how they're doing, spending their time, and you know, their life and everything. So this is incredible. So hopefully you enjoy this. We'll get started in 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes. One minute and counting. All right, we're going to get started in about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I'll go ahead and stop this music, and I'll stop sharing. Sound check, David.
Yes, sir. Hey, Lee, I'm right here.
All right, good. I'm going to go ahead and start the recording. You can hear me good?
Oh, yeah, we hear you really good.
Fantastic. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I want to say thank you to everyone for getting on this live stream. We have such a tremendous turnout. It is incredible. And why do we have such a big turnout? Because we have the ability to make money and do nothing. Okay? Why? You're going to find out it's not just a lucky thing. Okay, it's there's a lot of work that has gone on behind the scenes with everything from the project that we're representing, and all the way through myself and David, you're going to hear from in just a moment, all the way through the system that I've created to allow people to make money while they sleep. All right, that's what this is about. Do nothing income. All right, Warren Buffett says that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. And that is very, very true. And most people have never experienced automatic income. and you can experience it with us. And then the other thing is you're not alone. We help you. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. Let me just show you. Let me share this slide, and then we'll. No, I won't do that yet. So we're going to have David. He's, this is the lifestyle, right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have David share his testimonial real quick. Why? Because he's been working with Xailes ever since basically January of last year in 2024. He's been getting his monthly withdrawals every single month. Everything has been working like clockwork for over a year and 7 or 8 months now. And he's going to share his testimonial. And the thing is his lifestyle is getting incredible, right? He spends all the time with his family. He's at his daughter's soccer and everything else. So this is the kind of thing that we want to do. Spend time with family, bless ourselves, bless others. This is what we want to do. Okay. This is what we were meant to be able to do and not struggle. Okay. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and have David come on, share your little bit of information that you might want to share with us, your testimonial on Xailes and everything else. So go ahead, take it away, please.
Yeah, thanks, Lee. Yeah, if it's a little noisy in the background, I'm at my daughter's soccer practice. But yeah, like Lee was saying, this is a lifestyle, guys, that you want to create. You want to be able to have some time freedom. It is a weekend, so but just so you guys know, I've been in the space a long time. Monday through Friday, it's basically I have time freedom, and that's the ultimate goal. There's a lot of people who have a job right now, and that's great because you have to make a living, you have to pay your bills. But if there's another way that you could actually have the time freedom to still pay your bills and do the things you want to do every single day, bring the travel channel to life, take a vacation whenever you want. You want to take the family out to dinner and you don't have to worry about the income. You found the right place. Xailes Xferme, this is it. I was on the phone yesterday with one of the co-founders, and let me just tell you, everything that this person said, his name is Vamsi, everything that he has said 1 year and 8 months ago is his promises made, promises kept. He kept his word. Two questions that I've asked in the beginning when I first joined was, will we ever have any issues with the website? He said, no, I promise. Will we ever have any issues with the payouts? Because in this space, that's one of the issues that we've seen a lot. And it's just frustrating because when you think you have something real, then come to find out it's not, and they don't want to pay you anymore. That's a big issue. So he promised that. 1 year and 8 months later, guys, I have not had any issues with any payouts. Get my payments on time every time, and it's kind of refreshing in a way because you feel confident sharing it with others. In the past, I've shared things with other people. Those companies are no longer here. So there's only 1% of things that are real in the space. There's, Xailes is that 1%. And, everything that they're doing, about a year and 7 months ago, they talked about bringing on an exchange with their native token XVI. XVitas is the exchange. And that's coming to fruition, guys. They're going to be listed on Gate.io. That's just the first exchange of many. They are selling their nodes right now, validators. Okay, so Lee's going to go over, how you could join and earn 18.18% a month. But this is a lot bigger than just that. This has something to do with an entire ecosystem. And one thing in the past that I've found is that we'll never know the intentions behind a community or a platform or the people behind it. One thing about these guys is their intentions are amazing. Everything they said to do, they're going to do. They actually flew out to Southern California just to have lunch with me and a few other people. And they did that a few times. I've been in the space a long time to realize I got that BS meter that's really high. There's a lot of fake companies that will not do that. And if they were not real, they wouldn't waste their time doing that with you. They'll have you fly out to them. But they actually came out. I mean, they're just family oriented, great group of people. They're very transparent. But what I was getting at with the validators and the nodes, they're selling them each for right now 18,500. They've already sold over $4 million. So you guys, this is bigger than anybody could ever imagine. About a year and 7 months ago, I told a lot of people about it. Not everybody joined, and that's fine. Everything is timing. But you got to realize that there's going to come a time that you're going to share this with other people, and then 6 months from now will pass, a year from now will pass. They're going to join a lot of other shiny things out there that promise them the world. And I will tell you this much: I'll bet on it. I'll bank on it. Xailes will stand the test of time. I said yesterday they're going to be a legacy company, just like ACN. ACN's been around for 30 plus years, actually probably 50 years by now. But with Xailes, they're going to be just that because they have all the tools, all the resources, they have all the bells and whistles, but they have the roadmap to get them there. And when you look at the compensation plan that Lee's going to go over, you're going to see that this is very doable, and this is something that will last because it's sustainable. And when you run the numbers, you see, okay, and now I get why they did 22-month staking package when you do the 18%. But just I don't want to talk forever, but I just want to emphasize how powerful this is. I had a leader one time tell me, like, hey, we've been in this space 7, 8 years already. Imagine just getting paid 6 to 10% consistently a month. We would have been millionaires already. Now, here's the thing. Xailes is paying 18.18% consistently. You really don't have to look anywhere else, guys. Just stay consistent. Share with people. There's people that I'm talking to. One person put over just $1,000. That's it. He shared it with somebody, and now their balance is over $100,000, and they're withdrawing over $18,000 a month. Another person that I talked to deposited only $5,000, and they're over $280,000 withdrawals, but what they're withdrawing is about $14,000 a month. So you guys, there's a lot of different stories that you're going to come across in here, but it's exciting. It's really exciting because when you think about the Holy Grail, like I like to call it, this is it, guys. You don't have to look any further anywhere else. If you want to be consistent and getting paid every single month and create wealth, you can do it here. Just share it with people if you want. You don't have to, and if you have the capital, so minimum deposit's $100, guys. But let's just say you don't have 1,000 or 5 or 10,000 in deposit. That's fine. Get started with whatever you can. But the fact of the matter is, action equals results. If you don't take action, you're not going to get results, and you're not going to get anything that this company has to offer. They're offering a lot, and I've been very pleased, very happy. And I have some family members. I never share it with family members. I have a family member that's putting in over $50,000, just because of how real this is, and how transparent the co-founders are, and they'll bend over backwards for you guys. So there's nothing else really out there that I have seen that has the track record, that has the transparency, that has the proven results. And I always say, look, show me a company that's been around a year and show me what they've done with it. And when you have Xailes, they've been around a year and 8 months, and you could show so many results, so much transparency, and so much money that they've invested into it. And all they're doing is just getting better and better every day. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you haven't made a deposit, make a deposit. If you haven't, share it with somebody. You guys, the compensation plan, I'm going to leave you with this. One part kept me up at night, and that's the compensation plan, where if you share with somebody, you get paid 10% with whoever you personally bring in. Now, you go 10 levels deep, it's 5%, levels 2 through 10, that you get paid every single month, right? Now, I'm going to share with you guys a quick number real fast. If somebody that, let's just say that you referred me, right? And I brought in 50,000 times 18.18%, that's $9,000 that I'll be making, right? Times 10% is what you're going to be earning every month. That's $909. Now, that's just one person. That's just me. But imagine 10 people. You're earning $9,000 a month just referring it out. This is life changing. People are walking away from their jobs. People are ranking up. I mean, it's a beautiful situation. I couldn't say anything better about what we found a year and 7, 8 months ago. It's just different, and it is the 1%. And anyways, Lee, I'm going to send it back to you, brother, because I could keep talking forever, but just so much amazing things that are happening right now and in the near future. So get started today, guys.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. You know what? See, you understand, this is not scripted. You know, my presentation is scripted because I got to follow it. But you understand that what he said is from the heart, ladies and gentlemen. You know, people have been looking for something like this. I don't know anyone on the planet that would say, no, I don't want to make money while I sleep. I don't want to make money and do nothing. But the problem is you want to find something that's real. You want to find out, well, what do I have to do? And I'm going to go over that right now with this presentation. Okay, so I'm getting ready to knock your socks off with this presentation. So I hope you're ready. This is so real, so fun, so exciting, and I've created an entire system here. So let's get started with the presentation and we'll be done here for the day. We invite you to be a part of the most powerful, do-nothing, passive income system you've ever seen. Now that is a lot of information right here on one slide, right? We're talking about extremely powerful, do nothing, ladies and gentlemen, do nothing, passive income, meaning making money automatically, and it's a system, and it's something better than you've ever seen. Why? It's not just because of Xailes, but it's because of what I've done, what I've put behind the scenes, the fact that we're willing to support you and help you. All right. Why? It's not just because we're good people, which we are. Okay, people are that are in this industry, which I come from the network marketing industry. The reason we do it is not just because we're good people, but we are. Okay, but because we get to bless ourselves while we bless others. That is why it's so powerful. Let's go on. All right. Now, I ask you to give me 20 more minutes so you can experience global, automatic, do nothing, 100% passive income. So what does that mean? You want to listen to this information, okay? You want to avoid all of the distractions that are out there. You know, the children and the noises and all the other devices that we have. Please, okay, pay attention. Give me 20 minutes, okay? Then you're going to want to get back to the person that referred you and establish your free account, okay? Bare minimum. There is no reason for you not to get a free account. All right. You know, for someone sharing this with you, please get your free account with them. Okay. Even if you don't even want to fund it, just do it for, you know, just say, all right, please appreciate you sharing this with me. Let me get this account. Maybe things will change and you want to get it funded and put that measly $100 in there and start making a difference in your life. Right. You're going to want to click if you're watching this video, you click the link below the video, or if someone referred you, at least get your free account. It takes no time, and you'll be glad that you didn't let, quote, life get in the way of your dreams, your desires, and your goals. So here's the quick basics, all right? Now, nowadays I see all of the time on Facebook, you see these videos, you see people that say, hey, we're going to teach you how to do this. We're going to teach you how to do that. You're going to have a business. And I even had a guy that I did it about 3 years ago. He said, a YouTube video, still on today. I see it every now and then. I dare you to let me create a store for you with products. Okay. And one of the things that you'll understand is that once you get involved with anything, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you have to do. All right. You're going to have to create websites and capture pages and videos and email and text campaigns. Anybody that understands business online and stuff, you know, it's great to be online because it's leverage, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that we do is leverage. Okay. There's only so many hours in a day. People work 8 hours a day on average, and then there's no time left. You got to spend time with the family. You got events to go to. There's no time. So when you can leverage money into more money and people into more money and you know, spend less time doing that, that's what's powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So you have to create websites and capture pages and everything else and emails and texting campaigns. And you got to convince, all of that has to convince people to join you and close that sale, right? People are not creating websites and videos and doing ads on Facebook just because they want to do an ad. They're trying to make money. They're trying to drive business. And that's what you'll have to do, right? In most opportunities. So then just because you have a website and a capture page and videos, you better be out there advertising it. They're not going to just show up to your website and say, yeah, sign me up. I saw you created the website and I'd like to get started, buy your products and services. No, that's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. What's going to happen is you're going to have to drive traffic. Why do you think the people do Facebook ads and Google ads and YouTube ads and everything else ads, right? They're driving traffic. Well, then after they're in your list, you're going to have some skills to follow up with these people, and you're going to have to send emails and do phone calls and send out text messages, and hopefully you're going to close the sale. It's all about closing the sale, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to show you how we close the sale, because you don't have to do anything. That's closing the sale right there. Okay. Now, most people don't have the desire or the time to do all of that, right? We eliminate everything that we possibly can. All of that stuff that you have to do, we eliminate it. So the good thing is that we begin as a do nothing 100% passive income source. That's how we start off. There are people right now that have deposited any amount of money, $100 or more, and they are making money every single month, 18.18% every month, and they don't do anything to get it. Why? Because everything is happening behind the scenes. Okay. Now, if you desire, you can share this with others. Most people, well, 50% of the people do, 50% don't. Okay. It just depends on who you are and what you want to do. Now, if you share with others, it's much easier to share this opportunity because everyone starts off as a do nothing 100% passive member. So the minute you say you share something with somebody, someone's saying, well, what is it? What do I have to do? Can I do it? You know, all that stuff, right? Well, you don't have, you just get in, you make a deposit, we help you do that, and you do nothing. If you want to share it, share it. If you don't, don't. What happens is people start sharing it. Why? Because the stinking thing works. Okay. It's been working for it's been working prior to January 2024, but it was more private. They opened it up globally in New York in January 2024. All right. That was the launch. Now, then what happens also is, in addition to you sharing it, you can join our global co-op, and you're going to get the details on our page. And that does everything to bring people who are interested in Xailes to your email inbox. Eliminates practically everything you have to do, and I'm going to get into the details on that. This is why we're different, ladies and gentlemen. So what are the 4 pillars? The 4 pillars are passive income. Do nothing passive income, and you only have to have $100 to deposit or more. You know, and what I say, ladies, and you're going to find out everything that I do on this presentation talks about $5,000 deposited or getting up there. You don't have to do 5,000. Okay. Let's eliminate that concern. $100, ladies and gentlemen, one time, no setup fees, no monthly fees. Okay. $100. Whatever you deposit, you're going to get 18.18% every single month. Now, a lot of people would say that would be great if I could get that a year with my 401k. This is every month. All right. Now, more passive money. That same deposit, if you leave it alone and you just pull out your money every single month, all the returns you're getting, the 18%, in 22 months, you've gotten a 4x on your deposit. Okay. You deposit 1,000, you get 4,000. 10,000 is 40,000. 100,000 is 400,000. Okay. Simple math, right? Now we're going to talk about residual income also as another pillar. So passive income is money that you've deposited, you earn passively. Residual income is new money from a team around the world that is getting passive income, and you're going to get 5% or more every single month on their passive income. Okay, that is called residual income, new money coming in. All right. There are people making well over $25,000 a month, well over. I'm not going to give you the big numbers because you won't stink and believe me. Okay. Now, then on top of that, you can put the residual income on steroids by joining the co-op. All right. Meaning you buy a share, and I'm going to get into that right now. So here we go. 100% passive income. Here's the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. All right. 18% every single month on your money. So in this example, $5,000. Remember, you do not need $5,000. You can do $100. Okay. So this leaves Everybody can do this, okay? There's no reason that every single person that sees this presentation can't do this. There's no reason. $100 one time, okay? So I'm using $5,000 because that is the average deposit, okay? 18%, that's $909 monthly. So the person that deposits $5,000 is getting $909 monthly, and that's without compounding, and that is without referring others. So you have your original seed money back in 6 months or less, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at that, 909, 6 months, basically let's call it $1,000. That's $6,000 in 6 months. Now you're playing with the casino's money for the rest of the 22 months, and you didn't refer a single soul. So that means you're going to be able to 4x your money in 22 months or less. Now I keep saying or less, ladies and gentlemen. The reason being is because if you do decide to share this with people, you can 4x your money as often as every 30 days. All right. That is why this is so incredible. $5,000, 18%, that person, you are earning $909 monthly. In 22 months, that's $19,998, again, without compounding and without referring a single soul. All right. Now, most of the people are not going to keep this gold mine a secret because it's so incredible. Who would not want to share money while we, making money while we sleep? All right. So you're going to instantly receive 4% on your personal referrals deposit into their monthly plan. So $5,000, if you referred me and I put in 5,000, that's 4%. You're going to get $200 instantly, ladies and gentlemen, no delays. It goes right into your account and then you can withdraw it. Okay. Must have an active deposit. You cannot make any commissions or any referral rewards or anything without having an active deposit of a measly $100 or more. So now also you're going to receive 5% or more on your global team's monthly rewards down 10 levels. 10 levels, ladies and gentlemen. What does that mean? You refer me, that's level 1. I refer John, level 2. Sarah, level 3. John refers Sarah, that's level 3. Sarah refers Stan. All right, it just keeps going down 10 levels and it goes as wide as you want. My goodness, it's incredible. Okay, $5,000 deposited, that's 18%. They receive $909 monthly. Okay, $909 at 5%. You receive $45.45. So what does that mean? Let's say I deposited 5,000, okay, and then I referred someone else that deposited 5,000. You might not even know who the heck that person is, but you're making $45.45 every month, okay, off of that person you don't even know. And it goes as wide all the way down 10 levels. Okay. Now, if your team grew to 1,000 people, that's $45,000 monthly. And this is easy peasy to do. Again, you need an active deposit of $100 or more. Now, let's break down the referral rewards. We're more than halfway done with this presentation already. So ultimately, the goal is to get everyone to a minimum of $5,000. You heard David say that there's people that originally deposited $1,000 and they're at over whatever he said, $50,000 or $100,000. We're talking about getting everybody to $5,000 in the monthly plan. Okay, you can deposit more and more as you go. You can deposit your earnings or whatever in there. You can withdraw whatever the heck you want. But let's just say it's $5,000. So on level 1, you actually get 10%. Okay, on your people's rewards every single month. So out of in the example, 5,000, that's $909, right? You're going to get $90.90 times 5, which is $454.50 monthly. Ladies and gentlemen, think about this for just on level 1, okay? You're getting automatic money of $454 every single month, and you only referred 5 people, and that's it. And they deposit one time, and I don't know. And then if they deposit more, guess what? It goes up. You get more and more. Every time more money goes in, you get more money. This is an absolute no stinking brainer. And it's been consistently working, depositing, withdrawing since January 2024. All right. Level 2. So you referred 5. Now they each refer 5. Now that's not hard to do when you're talking about, hey, deposit and do nothing and get 18% on your deposit, right? That's another 1,100 monthly because you get 5%. Then those 5 refer 5. That's 5,000 more monthly. Okay. Those 125 refer 5. That's $28,000 monthly additional, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? 10 levels, that's 10 million people. Okay, we're not going to go that crazy. Okay, 10 million people. Okay, these numbers are already incredible, and I'm not even talking about referring more than 5 people. Okay, I'm going to refer thousands of people myself. Okay, so this is a no-brainer, right? Let's just say your team's at 1,000 people at 5%. That is $45,000 monthly income if your team was only 1,000 people, not 10 million. Okay, incredible. Now, you want to think about being a part of our global advertising co-op that could put your global team, help your global team grow, put it on steroids. Of course, what we do is we advertise. Okay, and the people that we advertise to, they see a site just like the one that you're going to see that's on our team page. And what we do, ladies and gentlemen, we talk to them and we let them know you are experiencing the system. So if people say, well, I don't even know if this advertising co-op works. Duh, you're already here because of the co-op. So you cannot say that the system doesn't work. If you're on the site and you're filling out the form, you're experiencing the system. Okay, and then what happens is the leads go to your inbox that we get. Okay, that's $45,000 monthly, even sooner if you have a lot more people that are joining you, right? You have to have an active deposit. All right, so why do you want to join our co-op? Let's go over the numbers. Massive leverage. It puts your global team's growth on steroids, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the goal. The goal is 25 leads per share. Now you can get 1 share for $45, 2 shares for $85, and 3 shares for $120. All right. Small price to pay to start earning $45,000 a month potentially, right? So basically at 3 shares, you get it for $40 a share. We give you a small discount the more shares you buy. It's in groups of 10, just so you know. Now, you're going to join. The people want to join, right? So if you get 25 leads, just say, and 10% is the goal to get them to join with $100 or more. And we're going to be talking about $5,000 again, okay, deposited. So if they do $100, it's going to be less, but it's still incredible, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about money while you sleep. If you're not making money while you sleep, you need to get in. Okay, that's what you need to do. Now, they're going to fund their account, and they're going to join the co-op, right? And then you're going to receive, based on the deposit of a $5,000, you're going to get instant $400. But if you bought 3 shares, that's $1,200 right there, ladies and gentlemen. You spend a measly $120 on 3 shares, and you get $1,200. Okay, monthly, you're also going to get $545 if you did 3 shares. If you only did 1 share, $181 if you've only got 1 person, the 2 people in. Okay. Wow, right? If everyone buys 1 share per week for 1 stinking month, all right? 1 share for 1 month, all right? The co-op lasts about 7 days, okay? And you get your leads. Now, I'm not going to guarantee you get 25 leads, but it also could be more than 25 leads. But the goal is 25 leads. And then if you don't get enough, join again. If you want to get out of it, don't join again. Okay, it's that simple. We're not breaking your bank by doing a share of $45. Okay, if you want to do the leverage, great. Okay, massive leverage, but your global team growth is on steroids, right? We've already went over the leads. Okay, after 1 month, okay, if you did 4 shares in a month, 10% of them enroll, that's 2.5 really. That would be 3 if you want to do math. But I'm saying 2. 2 people enroll per share, all right? They fund their account. That's 4 people. That's 8 new members. 4 months, that's 8 new members, all right? Now you're no longer paying for the co-op, all right? So now those 8 people, They do the same exact thing. They end up with 8. That's 64 new members. Okay. In month 3, 512 new members. Month 4, 4,096 new members. And month 5, 32,000 new members. Okay. And what did you do? You bought shares. You bought shares and you put me to work, right? After 6 months, 262,000 new members. So the total is 299,000 new members. Now, what if you just did 10% of that? 29,000 members at $45.45. All right? That's $1 million a month. $1 million a month. If you just were 10% of that. This is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Now, how is this possible? So, as far as the Xailes paying out all of this money, okay, first of all, they're extremely profitable in many different ways, okay? In addition, other than the one-time extra bonuses, like there's even a car bonus, ladies and gentlemen, that you can get, okay? There's other bonuses. But in addition to that, the referral bonuses, all this money we've been talking about, is part of and not in addition to your passive monthly ROI, okay? So therefore, the referral bonuses allow you to Forex your money in as little as 1 month. That is what I'm talking about. Here's an example I'll tell you right now. I'm not going to show it visually, but $10,000 deposited. And let's say you get to the point where you're earning you can earn $45,000 from your team. Ladies and gentlemen, if you deposit 10,000 and in 30 days you're earning that 45,000, you have now 4x'd your money in 30 days. That is what we're talking about. Okay, it's all part of it. The total contract would end in 30 days. What do you do now? Put another 10,000 in. Put 20,000 in. You know it works. Now it's casino money, right? That's what I call it. Now, so how is this possible? Xailes has proven since November 2023, and it's actually prior to that, but I just put those numbers in. They launched globally in New York on January 2024. Okay, prior to that, it was all private. Now, and they're profitable because the core corporate investors are members of the royal family in Dubai. They're already wealthy, ladies and gentlemen. They got money, but they wanted to venture into what is the future, the now and the future, which is the decentralized cryptocurrency space, okay? In addition, they're investing, they're doing trading and arbitrage. You know what? They're paying out, if you think about this, let me help you understand. We're almost done right now, okay? We're done. If you understand just the trading aspect, I mean, they're already wealthy in real estate and spices or whatever, but the bottom line is this. On the trading side, let's just say, for example, they themselves had $10 million and they want to trade it. They can get 30% on that. But what they're able to do now with our community is they're able to have everybody deposit. Now they have $1 billion they are trading, not all their own money, but yet they earn 30% on that. The goal is 1% a day. So they're earning 1% a day on all the money, and they only have to pay out a percentage of your piece of it. It's incredible. It's a no-brainer. And this is, anybody that knows trading, you can make well over 30% every day. You can do that, especially with the market in crypto, okay? Now, technology and blockchain investments, matter of fact, they own 80% of the nodes on the Merlin blockchain. Go to Google, look up Merlin blockchain. What are the nodes? The nodes are what deals with all the transactions, okay? They get money from that. Every time somebody purchases or changes one crypto to another on the blockchain, on the Merlin blockchain, they get, that's their fees. They collect all the fees. And that's part of what David was talking about at the beginning. And they also created their own coin and they continue to purchase Pond. Okay. Now, most people would say yes to get a free account, and you need to. Okay. So the bottom line is you're going to receive 18.18% per month on your money. You're going to receive a 4x on your money in 22 months or less. You can receive thousands of dollars in additional referral rewards every single month, which could allow you to 4x your money as often as every single month. Is this real? Yes, it is real. It is solid, and it is extremely profitable. Okay. And Xailes has proven over the last, couple years to have a 20-year vision, period. They're not going anywhere, and it's exciting, okay? So, plus we hold your hand. The person that referred you will hold your hand. If they don't know what to do, they'll contact their sponsor. We're going to hold our hands together, and we're going to help you get answers to your questions. We're going to help you with anything and everything that you need help with. Bottom line, get your free account from the person that referred you. You're going to click the link below the video, or you're going to get back to the person that referred you to get started. I'm going to go ahead and stop this share real quick. All right. And anyway, so that is the basic presentation, ladies and gentlemen. I know I went a little bit longer. Just a minute. All right. I know I went a little bit longer, ladies and gentlemen, than I normally do. Not too much. But the bottom line is you want to get started. You want to get back to the person that referred you, and you don't want to waste any time. You want to get your free account, get back to the person that referred you, and we will talk again in the next live presentation. Well, actually, we'll talk on the phone or whatever. We'll see you on the next live presentation and all the other videos that we do. Live presentation is next Saturday. You can get your team on and get the, we had a lot of turnout here today. I hope we can get even more. We want to double it next Saturday. We want to double this. With that being said, I want to say thank you so much for being here, spending your Saturday. We'll catch you again very, very soon. And I see Joe. Joe, you just hopped on. We're done with the presentation. I want to say thank you, Joe, for hopping on, and everybody else that's been a part of this. Okay, I really appreciate it. I know if you got questions, let's get them answered. Let's get your free accounts going. There is no reason not to be a part of Xailes. No reason whatsoever. There is way too much freedom here to not be a part of Xailes. We'll talk to you on the next presentation.